Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say might sting, but it's the truth you've been avoiding your whole life. There's a voice inside you, a small whisper that's been with you since you were young. That voice says, I could be more, I could have more, I could do more. But what have you done with that voice? You've silenced it. You've buried it under excuses, under comfort, under fear. And here's the problem. Life isn't waiting for you. It's moving. Every single day you waste sitting, scrolling, waiting, doubting. Life is sprinting past you. Opportunities don't pause, dreams don't wait, and success doesn't care about your feelings. The truth. You're going to die one day, and you don't even know when. That's the most real thing I can say to you. Maybe in 50 years, maybe in 20, maybe tomorrow morning, and yet you're living like you've got eternity. You're living like tomorrow is guaranteed. It's not. That's why you have to take a chance in life. 2026 isn't just another year on the calendar. It's not just another cycle of January resolutions that die by February. No, 2026 can be the year that flips everything for you, but only if you take the chance. Comfort is the enemy of greatness, and you know it deep down. The very thing that makes you feel safe is the same thing that chains you to mediocrity. Comfort whispers in your ear and says, stay where you are, don't take the risk, don't try something new, don't push yourself too hard. And most people listen. That's why most people never rise beyond average. They settle into the warm embrace of comfort, convincing themselves it's enough, when deep down, they know it's killing them slowly. The truth is, nothing extraordinary has ever been born from comfort. No empire was built by someone who chose the easy road. No athlete became a champion by training only when it was convenient. No dream was fulfilled by someone who refused to step into discomfort. Greatness demands pain, sacrifice, and risk. It demands you walk into the storm instead of hiding from it. Look at your life. Every breakthrough you've ever had came after discomfort. The first time you faced rejection, the first time you failed and got back up, the first time you pushed yourself harder than you thought possible, that's when growth happened. Comfort doesn't teach you anything. It doesn't sharpen you. It doesn't force you to evolve. It dulls your spirit, makes you complacent, and convinces you to settle for less than you're capable of. That's why the greatest enemy isn't failure, it's comfort. Failure at least moves you forward, teaches you, and builds resilience. Comfort keeps you stuck in the same cycle, year after year, watching others live the life you dream about. If you want greatness, you have to be willing to step into discomfort every single day. You have to take the risk of looking foolish, of failing, of getting hurt. You have to trade comfort for growth, trade safety for opportunity, and trade excuses for action. Because comfort might feel good in the moment, but it will rob you of your destiny. Greatness lives on the other side of pain, effort, and relentless struggle, and the only way you'll ever touch it is if you have the courage to leave comfort behind. Regret hurts more than failure because failure is temporary, but regret is permanent. Failure is a bruise, regret is a scar. When you fail, you can recover, learn, and try again. When you fail, you still have the chance to rebuild, to rise, to redeem yourself. But when you let an opportunity pass by, when you choose not to take the chance, when you let fear and hesitation dictate your life, regret sets in, and regret doesn't leave. It stays with you in silence, creeping into your thoughts late at night, whispering about what could have been. That's why people who have failed many times are often happier than those who never tried. They know they gave their best. They have battle scars to prove they lived. But the ones who never tried, they are haunted by the possibility of greatness that they abandoned. Failure stings, no doubt. It hurts your pride, it challenges your self-worth, it makes you question your path. But failure shapes you, it forges character, it strengthens your resolve. You can point to your failures and say, that's when I learned, that's when I grew, that's when I became who I am. Failure gives you lessons you can use tomorrow. Regret gives you nothing but pain. You can't learn from a chance you never took. You can't grow from a dream you never pursued. You can't win a game you never played. That's why regret is so much heavier. It's the weight of an unlived life. Most people don't understand this until it's too late. They protect themselves from failure so fiercely that they end up failing at the biggest thing of all, life itself. They get older, the years pass, and suddenly they realize they didn't take the risks, they didn't chase the dream, they didn't try when they had the chance. And when they look back, it's not the failures they cry about, it's the regrets, the relationships they never pursued, the businesses they never built, the adventures they never dared to take. If you fail, at least you tried. At least you stood up to the challenge, at least you have a story to tell. But regret robs you even of that. It leaves you with silence, with emptiness, with questions that will never be answered. You would rather fall flat on your face chasing your dream than spend your whole life wondering what it would have been like if you had. The pain of failure fades with time, but the pain of regret only grows. That's why when the moment comes, when life presents you with an opportunity, you must act. Take the chance, even if it scares you, because regret will burn deeper than any failure ever could. Fear is an illusion, action is real. Fear only exists in your mind. It's not a wall in front of you. It's not a chain around your wrists. It's not a cage that locks you in. It's just a story you tell yourself about what could go wrong. And the truth is, most of the things you fear never even happen. You fear rejection, but the rejection isn't fatal. You fear embarrassment, but nobody remembers for long. You fear failure, but failure is just a stepping stone to success. Fear is smoke, action is fire. Fear is imagination, action is reality. The only way to destroy fear is to move, to do, to act. Because once you step forward, the illusion disappears. Think about the times in your life when you were scared of something, speaking up, starting something new, taking a risk. The fear was paralyzing before you acted, but the moment you did it, the fear melted. You realized it wasn't as bad as you built it up in your head. That's because fear grows stronger in stillness. The longer you hesitate, the bigger it gets. But action cuts it down instantly. Fear is a shadow. Action is the light that makes it vanish. Most people waste their lives listening to fear. They let it control their decisions, and in doing so, they live half lives. They stay quiet when they should speak. They stay small when they should expand. They stay stuck when they should grow. And all the while, the fear that controls them isn't even real. It's an illusion that becomes reality only because they allow it to. Fear feeds on inaction, but when you act, when you take the step, when you put yourself in motion, the spell breaks. Suddenly you see things clearly. You realize you're stronger than you thought. You realize the monsters you imagined were nothing but smoke. And with every action you take, you become bolder, sharper, more unstoppable. That's how courage is built. Not by waiting for fear to disappear, but by moving in spite of it. Action is the antidote to fear. Fear will tell you, don't start that business, you'll fail. Action says, I'll try, and if I fail, I'll learn. Fear says, don't approach that person, you'll be embarrassed. Action says, I'll walk up anyway because regret hurts more. Fear says, don't take the risk, you'll lose everything. Action says, I'd rather risk losing than spend my life hiding. Every dream you want, every goal you crave, every life you imagine is on the other side of fear, and the only way to reach it is through action. Stop giving fear the power it doesn't deserve. Stop letting an illusion dictate the course of your life. Fear is nothing. Action is everything. When you act, you win twice. You either succeed or you grow stronger. But when you don't act, fear wins, and that's the only way you truly lose. The world rewards the bold because boldness is rare. Most people live in hesitation, trapped by doubt, paralyzed by fear of what others will think. They tiptoe through life, avoiding risk, avoiding pain, avoiding judgment. And what do they get in return? A safe, predictable, average existence that nobody remembers. The world does not celebrate the cautious. The world celebrates the daring. Every person whose name you know, every figure who made history, every success story you admire, they all had one thing in common. They were bold enough to act when others stood still. They took the leap. They staked their claim. They risked it all. Think about it. The greatest opportunities in life don't fall into the laps of the hesitant. They belong to those who step up, who move first, who dare to stand apart. The job promotion doesn't go to the quiet one who hides in the corner. It goes to the person who speaks up, takes responsibility, and shows leadership. The fortune doesn't go to the one who plays it safe with every dollar. It goes to the one who bets on themselves, invests, and takes calculated risks. The life-changing experiences don't happen to those who stay in their comfort zone. They happen to those who say, "Why not me?" And take the chance. Boldness creates momentum. When you act with courage, people notice, doors open, opportunities multiply. The universe seems to bend in your favor because boldness sends a message. It tells the world, "I'm here and I'm ready." People respect boldness because it's rare. They trust boldness because it inspires. Bold people lead while the timid follow. Bold people win while the cautious wonder what happened. But here's the truth. Being bold doesn't mean you won't feel fear. It means you move despite it. It means you take the shot even if your hands shake. It means you say yes to the opportunity even when you don't have all the answers. The world doesn't reward perfection. It rewards audacity. The willingness to stand out, to take risks, to bet on yourself when no one else will. And boldness isn't just about big, dramatic moves. It's also about small daily choices. Speaking your mind when you'd rather stay silent. Stepping into the gym when you'd rather stay home. Starting that side hustle when it would be easier to just scroll your phone. Every act of boldness compounds. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you set yourself apart from the masses. Look around, the ones you admire, the ones you envy, the ones who inspire you. They're not better than you. They're not stronger, smarter, or luckier. They're simply bolder. They were willing to risk rejection, to risk loss, to risk failure, and that boldness is why they win. If you want the rewards life has to offer, you must be willing to play boldly. Because the world doesn't reward the ones who wait. It rewards the ones who act. 2026 is your defining moment because moments like this don't come often. Every year passes, every calendar flips, but not every year holds the same energy. This is not just another 12 months to drift through. It's a chance to draw a line in the sand and say, "This is where my life changes." Too many people waste years waiting for some perfect sign, waiting for some magic shift, waiting for motivation to fall from the sky. But defining moments are never handed to you. You create them. And 2026 can be the year you create the version of yourself you've been dreaming about if you decide, right now, to step into it. Defining moments are not made of comfort. They're not born from routine. They come when you take risks, when you make hard choices, when you dare to go all in. This year is not asking you to be safe. It's demanding that you be bold. It's demanding that you finally silence the excuses that have chained you for years. It's demanding that you stop talking about change and start living it. Because if not now, when? If not 2026, which year? The more you delay, the more you drift into mediocrity, and mediocrity is a slow death. This year can define you because it's fresh, untouched, full of possibility. You can still shape it into something powerful, but that shaping won't happen by accident. You must decide that enough is enough, that average is over, that hesitation is done, that fear no longer rules your decisions. You must carve 2026 into your memory as the year you finally acted, the year you took the chance you kept pushing aside, the year you chased the dream instead of just fantasizing about it, the year you built momentum that changed everything. Years from now, when you look back, you will remember certain seasons of your life vividly. They won't be the safe years. They won't be the ones where nothing happened. They will be the years when you broke free, when you fought for yourself, when you stepped into the unknown. 2026 can be one of those years, a defining moment, a turning point, but it will only become that if you choose to make it one. The truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your destiny. The people who rise, the ones who win, the ones who build legacies, they all had their defining moment where they said, "This is it. This is where everything changes." That's the opportunity you have right now. And it won't last forever. If you waste this year, you'll never get it back. The time is now. The decision is yours. Let 2026 be the year that defines you, the year that sets you apart, the year that proves you were brave enough to take your chance. When it all comes down to it, life is not about how safe you played the game. It's not about how comfortable you stayed or how carefully you avoided mistakes. Life is about whether you took the chance when it mattered. Because comfort is the enemy of greatness, and if you stay wrapped in it, you'll never touch the extraordinary. And when you reach the end of your journey, it won't be your failures that haunt you. It will be the regrets, the moments you stayed silent, the dreams you never chased, the risks you never took. Regret cuts deeper than failure ever could. Failure shapes you, but regret breaks you. That's why you must see fear for what it is, just an illusion. Fear isn't real, action is. Every step you take in the face of fear makes you stronger, sharper, and more alive. The bold understand this, and the world doesn't reward those who hide. It rewards the ones who step forward, who risk being seen, who refuse to play small. And now, here you are, standing at the start of 2026. This is your defining moment, not next week, not next month, not someday. Now, this is the year you stop waiting, stop doubting, stop hiding, and finally take the chance. Because the clock is ticking, and you don't get another run at this life. So I'll leave you with one question. When history looks back at you, when your own reflection looks back years from now, will you be proud you took the chance? Or ashamed that you didn't? The choice is in your hands. This is your year, your time, your moment. Take it.